Years had passed after the portal was closed, and the last human nuclear physicist was on his deathbed. Listen well, my dear students. Ira. His coughing interrupted his own speech, which wasn't uncommon. The old human health had been deteriorating rapidly for the past few years. Take your time, Rudolph. The Imperial mage tucked her wing and handed him a cup of water. We will patiently wait, she calmly said before returning to her seat. Indeed, Mr. Rudolph. Another Imperial mage chimed in, still suited in his lab coat. The lizard folk crouched beside his bed, his scaled hand patting the soft Homo sapiens' head slowly. There is no rush. Thank you. The physicist and the infamous strange human professor of the Imperial Academy took a sip of the water and reacted with a violent cough. Mister! The harpy rose from her chair, staff in hand. She cast yet another healing spell, the same spell she had cast for the past few days. Everyone on the room knew it was futile, even with the humans' modern medicine and their magical knowledge combined. His disease was fatal. If you had said about your disease, we could have found a medication, old man. The catfolk who had been sitting in the corner on the room slammed his paw against the table. Why? Even with extensive research, I only have several years to live anyway. My time is worth more on teaching you good folks, the old man said, sighing as he finally gulped the last bit of water from the cup. Thank you, Aris. He handed the cup back to Aris. The harpy wing was tucked down and limp, her face unreadable. Her tears dropped to the floor. I don't have much time. Listen closely. Rudolph shifted on his bed before continuing. I have teach you folks a lot, yet in all those times, I have neglected to mention an important thing about this subject that you will delve in. I am sure my good students are all familiar with what I will be talking about. Runa. He let the weight of his words settle in before a voice rang from the doorway. It's about nuclear weapon and radiation, isn't it? The slime asked. Bingo! 50 extra points for Karu Gachoff cough. The old man fell to yet another coughing fit, this time rejecting the cup of water that was offered. You are very correct. It is about them. We could handle it. Our healing magic are superb and can and risk having your child deformed. Having your river and soils be tainted for centuries to come. Having your fellow man suffers through unimaginable pain for years, as their bodies slowly decompose while their hearts are still beating. The room went frozen. I am sure magic could help. I already heard the breakthrough. But just because you have the medicine does not mean you could treat the disease willy-nilly. The slime was silent, before bowing in a full 90 degrees. My apology, Professor. I was too arrogant. The old man chuckled. No need for that, young man. No offense were taken. I knew the passions that are in your heart. Use them well. But remember to put your safety in others. Me. Precise. You people were the best of the best. I am confident in you lot. A sob came from behind the doorway. The crowd that had been eavesdropping didn't bother to stop them. The old man died several days later, spending the little time he had left cramming all kind of modern knowledge he had into a book. The book, like the others he had written, was completely free. Thousands of people across the empire and nation beyond visited his funeral. Intellectuals from the entire aisle of the political spectrum held a speech as his body was lowered into the ground. His students heed his warning well, as the nuclear study went with incredible amount of safety. A treaty regarding nuclear weapon was signed long before the first uranium enrichment center was established. The name Rudolph was in that treaty, a testament to his unwavering determination. It's just human being human. Meanwhile, on Earth, years had passed since the world went to the gutter and nuclears pass around like volleys, and several human officer and scientists stood nearby a crater. Mr. Booty, are you sure pumping 5 tons of mana into the ground is safe? The young fellow asked the old gruffy general, filled to the brims with medals. Of course it is. Pump more of those mana. The ground began to swell. Sir, it looks like the ground is rapidly changing. The general cackled before throwing into a fit of laughter. Yes, acquiesce. Behold, soon enough this land shall produce 5 trillion tons of rice daily. Those stupid Chilean and Madagascar folks will grovel to get our food supply. Even those American who are still busy fighting their little civil war will stop to come begging for food. Imagine the sight. The profit. The Azines. Ah, boom. A young catfolk girl ran toward her mother as a mushroom cloud rose from behind the mountains. Mom, the nuclear thing are falling again. No, sweetie, it's just humans being humans.